Everyone, now I am going to explain you about the neoplasia topic and related questions. So the word itself, neoplasia, means neo means new, plasia means growth. So the term itself, new growth. What is the definition of this neoplasia? It is a uncoordinated growth of the tissue persisting even after a cessation of the stimulus which evoked the change. The cell which causes neoplasia, it is called as the neoplasm or tumor. The study of tumor or neoplasm is called as oncology. Then the tumor is composed of parenchyma as well as stroma. Parenchyma, it is proliferating cells. These are proliferating cells which is used to divide continuously, and stroma, it is made up of connective tissue as well as blood vessels. In this one, small blood vessels will be there. And now let us come to discussion classification of the tumors. So this classification of the tumors, it is classified into two main types. One is benign and another one more is malignant. We already studied in the 12th class that benign tumor and malignant tumor. Benign tumor, it grows slowly and it has limited growth and it doesn't spread to other, and it doesn't causes death and it has cure. But malignant, it causes death and it will spread to other parts and also causes damage to the other part. It is also called as cancer. So we will see each and every differences between the benign and the malignant tumors. So gross boundaries, surrounding tissue size, secondary changes we are going to discuss. So boundaries, how it will be in benign tumor, it is encapsulated or well circumscribed, means it is capsulated. Then in malignant, it is irregular but poorly circumscribed. Then surrounding tissue, it is often compressed. Wherever the disease it will come, it will be at one place, it won't spread to other parts. But in malignant, it is usually invaded, means it spread to other organs also. Then the size of the benign will be very small, but it will spread to other and it will become often larger. In secondary changes, it occurs occurs more often. It will occurs very less often, but it occurs more. Now what is the growth rate? The growth rate will be very limited in the benign, but in malignant, it will spread very fastly and it will grow very fastly. Then how it will be? Local invasion, it doesn't spread to others, so it is compressed without invading, but it invades the surrounding tissue by infiltration. This is very important for the MDS exam. Metastasis, what do you mean by metastasis? Metastasis, it is distant spreading. Metastasis, it is absent in benign, but it is frequently present, because metastasis means doesn't spread in benign tumors, but it will spread in malignant tumors. Prognosis, it has the local complication. It will in malignant tumors, death will be occurs by the local or metastatic complications. Now we will see the microscopic differences in the benign and the malignant tumors. In microscopic differences, pattern, how it will be? It will be resembles like tissue of origin closely, but it has poor resemblance because it is a cancer. And basal polarity will be small amount will be present, but it is totally lost. Pleomorphism, it is not present. No changes will be occurs in the benign tumor, but it often changes in the malignant tumor. So it is present. Pleomorphism is not present in the benign, but it is present in the malignant tumor. Then nucleus and the cytoplasmic ratio will be normal. It is increased in the malignant tumor. Then hyperchromatism means hyperchromatism increases in the nuclear material. It is absent in the benign tumor, but it is present in the malignant tumor. Then mitosis may be present, but always typical mitosis in the benign, but in malignant Mitotic figures will be increases generally atypical and abnormal condition only it is present. Now tumor germ cells may be present without nuclear atypia, but it is present with nuclear atypia. Then chromosomal abnormalities, it is infrequent, it is invariably present in the malignant. What is the function? It is well maintained, but it may be retained, lost, or become abnormal. Now we will see the classification regarding to the tissue of the origin. Tumors of one parenchymal cell type, benign and the malignant. If any gland like liver, pancreas, if anything are there, or if they have any gland, we have to say it as the adenoma. Any gland origin, it is adenoma. Epithelial, if epithelium are there, then benign it is called as, for benign it is called as papilloma, for malignant it is called as carcinoma. So it is very important for the NEET MDS question repeatedly asked. For non-epithelium, for malignant tumor, it is called as sarcoma. Sarcoma and carcinoma related to malignant. Carcinoma, it is related to epithelium, but sarcoma, it is related to non-epithelium. For any gland of benign tumor, it is adenoma for benign tumor, and papilloma for epithelium origin. Now we will see epithelial tumors. Squamous epithelium, it is called in the benign tumor squamous cell papilloma. For malignant, I already told carcinoma, so squamous cell carcinoma. Here transitional epithelium, transitional cell papilloma in the benign tumor, but in the malignant tumor transitional cell carcinoma. Glandular epithelium means adenoma. Here adenocarcinoma, it is very important, repeatedly asked question in the NEET MDS. Now basal cell layer skin, there is no name in the benign tumor, but in malignant tumor basal cell carcinoma. Neuroectoderm, it is called as navius in the benign, but in malignant tumor melanoma. And hepatocytes, liver cell adenoma, and here hepatoma. Placenta hydatidform mole, and here choriocarcinoma. So non-epithelial mesenchymal tumors, here we have to remember alphabetic wise. So A, B, C, E, G, H, A, double M, and I forgot to put here. So L, N, okay, until N you have to remember. For adipose tissue, it is called as lipoma, and here for non-epithelial sarcoma we have to mention, no. So liposarcoma. Adult fibrous tissue, fibroma, fibrosarcoma. Bone means where it is forms osteoblast, okay, osteoblast, osteoma, osteosarcoma. Blood vessels, for blood vessels hemangioma, this is angiosarcoma. Why angio means it is spread all over the body. Angio means all over the body it will spread, so it is called as angiosarcoma. Cartilage chondroma, chondrosarcoma. Embryonic fibrous tissue myxoma, myxosarcoma. For glomus tumor, nothing named for them in malignant tumor. Hematopoietic cells, no name for the hematopoietic cells and the mesothelium in the benign tumor, but in malignant tumor leukomas and mesothelioma is the name in the malignant tumor. Meninges, meningioma, it is invasive meningitis, meningioma. And lymphoid tissue, pseudolymphoma, malignant lymphomas. Malignant lymphomas, here invasive meningitis. Now here nerve sheath, neurolemma and neurogenic sarcoma. Nerve cells, ganglioneuroma, neuroblastoma. Now for skeletal muscles, It is called as rhabdomyosarcoma in the malignant tumors. Smooth muscle leiomyosarcoma. For synovium, benign synovium and synovial sarcoma. Mixed tumors. For mixed tumors, salivary glands, pleomorphic adenoma, malignant salivary glands. So it is one of the glands. So we are mentioning it is as adenoma. So it is pleomorphic adenoma, malignant mixed salivary tumor. For tumors of the more than one germ cell layer, totipotent cells in gonads or embryonal test, it is mature teratoma and immature teratoma. It is called as, in benign tumor it is called as mature teratoma. In malignant tumor it is called as the immature teratoma. So then teratoma, it is derived from ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Then what is the characteristics of these tumors? They have 4 different types of characteristics: anaplasia, local invasion, metastasis and growth rate. Okay, these are the 4 main characteristics of this tumor. Then in anaplasia, again it is subdivided into following characteristic. What do you mean by anaplasia? Anaplasia means the neoplasmic cell, it will be resemble morphologically and functionally similar to the normal cell. It is called as differentiation. The absence of this differentiation is called as the anaplasia. The pleomorphism, what do you mean by pleo? Pleo means any variation, any changes. Morphism means where it is morphism means in size or shape, in shape. So pleomorphism changes a variation in the size and the shape. Hyperchromasia, hyper means increases in the nuclear material. So for normal cell, the nucleus and the cytoplasmic ratio will be 1:4, but for anaplasmic cell it will be 1:1. Then hyperchromasia will be increases. Then increases in the nuclear material, increases in the mitosis. When there is increases in the mitosis, it will give rise to a atypical basoromitotic figures. This is very important, recently asked question for the NEET MDS examination. Loss of the polarity, loss of when there is a loss of polarity due to disturbed orientation of anaplasmic cell. When there is a continuous orientation or disturbed orientation, when the orientation will be proper, if the orientation is disturbed, then it causes loss of polarity. When there is a presence of tumor, germ cells having big hyperchromic nuclei. Then what is the hallmark of this anaplasia? Anaplasia is the hallmark of malignant transformation. This is very important for the NEET examination, NEET MDS examination. There are recently asked questions. Now we will see the differences between the metaplasia, dysplasia and anaplasia. Then what is the definition of metaplasia, dysplasia, anaplasia? Metaplasia, we have read in the previous chapter that metaplasia is reversible change in which one differentiation of the cell type is replaced by another cell type. In dysplasia, what is meant by dysplasia? A change having loss in the uniformly of the individual cell and loss of architectural orientation. So they will lose in the uniformity of individual cells as well as architectural orientation. Anaplasia, absence of differentiation. Then pleomorphism, it will be absent in both but it is present in the anaplasia. Reversibility, it is present in the metaplasia and dysplasia, but in anaplasia it is irreversible. N/C ratio, nuclear and cytoplasmic ratio will be for normal cell 1:4, but it is in dysplasia it will be increases, but in anaplasia 1:1 ratio. Mitotic figures will be absent in the metaplasia. In dysplasia it is present at abnormal place. Typical mitotic figures can be seen, but in anaplasia it is present, atypical figures will be seen. Then tumor germ cells will be absent in the metaplasia and dysplasia, but it is present in the anaplasia. What is the example of this metaplasia, dysplasia and anaplasia? Barrett's esophagus is the example of metaplasia. For dysplasia, cervical dysplasia. For anaplasia, carcinoma of cervix, carcinoma esophagus is the example of anaplasia. Another one more characteristic of tumor is rate of growth. It correlates with the level of differentiation. It is well differentiated tumor. It has low proliferating rate. The cancer stem cells identified in which of the following? They may ask the question like cancer stem cells identified in which of the following options. So you have to remember breast cancer, glioblastoma multiforme, brain, it is also called as the brain tumor, and acute myeloid leukemia. Then TIC cells are the cells, they will allow a human tumor to grow and maintain itself definitely when they are transmitted into the immunodeficient mouse. So what they will do, this TIC, they are the cells. What is the function of these cells? They will maintain itself when they are transplanted into the immunodeficient mouse. Now local invention means wherever near spread. Okay, this is the second most feature of this tumor that differentiate the malignant from the benign tumor. Then malignant tumor and the benign tumor. We will see the again differences between benign tumor and the malignant tumor. It is a slow growing, it is invasion and cohesive, infiltration, expansive masses, restriction, capsulated, it is encapsulated, it is irregular and not, it is poorly circumscribed. Okay, it causes restriction of the surrounding tissue. Then almost all the cancer cell can metastasize except which of the following? They may ask again the question like this: almost all the cancers can metastasize except glioma, Rodian ulcer, basal cell cancer of the skin. Okay, this is very important for examination. They may ask question in the NEET NDS. Metastasis means distant spread. It is most reliable feature of the malignant tumor. It is characterized by spread of tumors to the other parts because penetration into the blood vessels and lymphatics and the body cavities. After that, how it will spread? It will spread through the body cavities or lymphatic spread or the hematogenous spread. Direct to the body cavities means directly involvement of the peritoneal cavity. Lymphatic spread they will spread through lymph node, and hematogenous spread means it is through veins. It is through veins or any arteries. So what is the example of lymphatic spread? It is breast and colon cancer, repeatedly asked question, and melanoma also, and it is seen in the abdominal viscera. And for hematogenous spread means through hepatocellular cancer, renal cell cancer. So these are the example for pathway of spread. Now let us discuss each and every question related to this topic. Now, what is the term? It means new growth. What is the term? It means new growth. I already told new means neo. Growth means plasia. So, new growth means neoplasia. Where it is anaplasia? No. Anaplasia means absence of differentiation is called as anaplasia. Metaplasia means reversible change where one type of cell is replaced by another one more type. Neoplasia is the correct answer. Hyperplasia. What kind of tumor has limited growth and often compressed? Limited growth and often compressed at one place means which of the following option is correct? Malignant tumor, hypertrophic, benign tumor. Malignant tumor, it has fast growth, but it is spread to other organs also. Hypertrophic and hypertrophic benign tumor is the correct answer. Okay, what kind of tumor lack a capsule and are not democrated? So we already told the differences between the benign tumor and the malignant tumor. For benign tumor, it is encapsulated. For malignant tumor, it is encapsulated. So what is the answer? Malignant tumor. So we will see the options: hypertrophic, malignant, hypertrophic, benign. Malignant tumor is the correct option. Malignant tumor is invades the surrounding tissue by, so invading, it will spread to other organs, but they have told they spread to surrounding tissue by which process? Invading, infiltration, integration, disintegration. Which of the following option? Infiltration. Adenocarcinoma is considered as what type of tumor? Adeno means it related to gland, and carcinoma, it is related to malignant tumor. Then adenocarcinoma, it is related to benign, malignant, both A and B, none of the above. Which of the following option? Carcinoma they have mentioned clearly, and adeno means it is related to gland and it is a malignant tumor. Now come to another one more question. Then what is the anaplastic N/C ratio? What is the anaplastic N/C? For normal cell, it is 1:4, but for anaplastic, it is 1:1 ratio, not 1:8, 1:5. Absence of differentiation is called as metaplasia, dysplasia, anaplasia, none of the above. Which of the following option is correct? It is called as anaplasia. What is the example of lymphatic metastasis? Lymphatic metastasis example: hepatocellular cancer. Hepatocellular cancer, it is example of, for which of the following example? Now we will see each and everything related to this. So hepatocellular cancer, renal cell cancer, breast and colon cancer, visceral cancer. Visceral cancer, it is related to body cavities, but whereas hepatocellular cancer and renal cell cancer, it is related to hematogenous spread. Then lymphatic spread, lymphatic metastasis means breast and colon cancer. This is the correct option. Which of the following tumor is capsulated and slow growing? Capsulated, again capsulated and slow growing. Again it is benign tumor. So what is the correct option? Benign tumor. Malignant, hypertrophic, benign. Almost all cancer can metastasize except. So I already told, it is the previously asked question, most important question in the NEET MDS examination. So what is the answer? Glioma, radiant ulcer, basal cell cancer of the skin, all of the above. All these are exception cases for the cancer. So all of the above. Variation in the size and shape is called as anaplasia. Anaplasia means differentiation of, absence of differentiation is called as anaplasia. Pleomorphism means variation in the size and shape. So here this is the correct option. Then hypochromasia increases in the nuclear material, decreases in the nuclear material. So these three options are wrong. Then come to another one more question, that is 12th question. 12th question, what is the process called by which cell moves from one side to another? So what it called? Reversible change. Reversible change by which the cell is replaced by another one what they told, what is the process called by which cells move from one site to another site? Metastasis, metrostatic, transportation, biotransformation. So which of the following option is correct? Spreading of disease is called as in the metastasis to long distance. Anaplasia, it is the hallmark of benign transformation, malignant transformation. Both A and B is correct, and none of the above. Malignant transformation is the correct option. If a tumor is benign or glandular in origin, glandular means adenoma, then what it is called? Adenoma. Okay, it is not malignant. Carcinoma, papilloma. Okay, papilloma, it is for epithelial for benign tumor. Carcinoma for malignant tumor. Which of the following tumor refers to a tumor of mesenchymal origin? Which of the following is mesenchymal origin? Sarcoma is the mesenchymal origin. Okay, EBV is invalid in caution of all the following except. So EBV, it amplifies nasopharyngeal carcinoma, Burkitt lymphoma and post-transplant lymphoma except maltomas, because it gives rise to maltomas. So this is the correct option. Now come to 17th question. The marker CA153 is associated with which of the following? Ovarian carcinoma, breast carcinoma, colon carcinoma, prostate carcinoma. Breast carcinoma is the correct option. Which of the following is oncogenic RNA virus? So human papilloma virus is a oncogenic DNA virus. Epstein-Barr virus is a oncogenic DNA virus. Hepatitis B virus is a oncogenic DNA virus. But human T cell leukemia virus type 1 is the oncogenic RNA virus. The most common tumor associated with paraneoplasmic syndrome is. What is the most common tumor? It is the small cell carcinoma of the lung, squamous cell carcinoma of the lung, renal carcinoma, breast carcinoma. Small cell carcinoma, NMYC amplification is seen in. It is seen in melanoma, neuroblastoma, glioma, osteosarcoma. Which of the following option is correct? Melanoma is the correct option. So this is the today topic, neoplasia and related questions. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.